What if everybody's colorblind but we just don't know? What if your red is my blue and your boysenberry is my light goldenrod yellow? Yet we both call it the same name and get the same vibe from it. What if this is true? There's little but some scientific proof and, of course, dazzling philosophical theories. Anyhow, let's dive in. So what exactly is color? Colors in terms of physics are a specific frequency of monochromatic light which enters our eyes after being reflected from an item. Its wavelengths are measured in nanometers nm with specific numbers assigned to each color. For example, we call the color between 590 to 565 nanometers yellow. The color's wavelength and its nanometer remains constant for every single person, but this doesn't address how our unique eyes perceive color differently. It's an important fact that our brains function similarly, and so do our 100 million rods and cones, the cells that impact our color perception. On average, 64% of our cones are red, 32% are green, and 2% are blue. But despite this, optic imaging, conducted by NBC News Life Science, showed variation in the relative number of red and green cones in different retinas, sometimes even up to 40 times, indicating a major change in color perception. How we name colors also play a huge role in color perception. Numerous color experiments were done on the HIMBA tribe in Namibia, Africa, in one land of arid deserts. The tribe had a special type of color categorization, such as blue and green being categorized together as a color called buru, and reds and browns into a color called sarandu. Meanwhile, Zuzu stands for all the dark colors. The HIMBA spend their entire lives perceiving the world through the special categorization of color, which could have a significant impact on their neurons and their visual cortex. Out of curiosity, scientists traveled to Namibia to conduct numerous color experiments on the HIMBA. They were given 12 tiles of color. One of the tiles are a different color. The researchers gave them green tiles for the first test, with the different tile being a slightly darker green, which is nearly impossible to spot for many Western eyes. The HIMBAs were quick to pick out the different shade of green. However, during the second test, they couldn't find the blue. The blue-green experiment clearly concludes that not everybody perceives color the same. It largely depends on how we were taught to perceive or categorize color when we were learning and growing up. Surprisingly, the HIMBAs weren't colorblind. A study by Israel Abramov from Brooklyn College showed that women and men perceive color differently. Women tend to be more accurate at distinguishing reds and blues, probably because they picked berries a long time ago, while men excel at detecting brightness changes and spotting rapid movements, traits that may hint at ancient hunter instincts. Dr. Abramov believes that the hormone testosterone should take the blame, as men have more of those hormone receptors in the visual areas of the brain. Randall Munro, conducting a similar test, concluded that nobody could spell the word fuchsia correctly. Additionally, external factors like the type of light people are exposed to can alter their perception of colors. An example of this is the viral internet phenomenon of the dress, where people view the same dress as either blue or black or white or gold, depending on their assumptions about the lighting conditions.